Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Christmas Eve edition of Barely Necessities. I'm the co-founder of Laughing Place, Rebecca Mosley, and Rebecca Burbank is with us as well, our merch show maven. Oh, how have you been, Becca? It's been a while since we've chatted.
I know. I've been doing well. How about you?
Doing a lot of travel, so it's nice to be home for just a little bit. Gonna say a quick hello to Skywalking Through Neverland. Hey, Sarah. Let's see. We have a lot of fun items to showcase today, and we're gonna start off with a celebration of a Disney classic.
Yes. Yes, we are. We are looking at the 55th anniversary of the Aristocats. Is that not crazy or what? Can you believe that?
Especially since I'm a 72 baby, so yeah,
Oh.
it's particularly hard.
We've got some fun stuff popping up in there for us.
It's the stuff from way down here. I gotcha.
No.
Okay, I'll scroll back up.
I don't know where that one image came from, so that's kind of fun. I'll have to, maybe I accidentally slid something in there.
So we've got the adorable trio in this t-shirt, some pajamas for, oh, so soft and fluffy.
I know. Yeah, there's some stuff from Disney Store, of course, and then there are a few items from Cakeworthy as well, and a dress from Unique Vintage.
So very nice. So let me find that because that was really pretty. The Unique Vintage dress. I'm guessing that's probably closer to the top.
Yeah, I think
so. I will scroll through.
What I did. I don't remember.
There we go. This is a Cakeworthy dress. Oh no, this is a swing dress over there at Disney Store.
Yes, I think that's the one that's Unique Vintage, right? Yes.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. It's pink. Here, I'm going to click on it. We can look at it in more detail over there at Disney Store, get a feel for the pattern.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I've got an ad popping up too. Let's see. May look into some of these. My niece loves Marie. Yeah, there's quite a cute variety of items featuring her precocious self. I have not worn anything from Unique Vintage. I was actually going to ask you, Sarah, because I felt like that feels like a brand that fits your aesthetic. But so I'm surprised you haven't, because I agree. It looks really, really cute. So especially this, I like the notion of layering it with a t-shirt.
Yes.
I am all about wearing normal bra straps and not having them show.
Right. I know.
So there we go. I'm a little old school that way. Moving on into the world of toys, we have a Toy Fair report.
Yes, yeah. Alex has been putting together a bunch of different articles from us, highlighting different things from Toy Fair from earlier this year. And one of the articles is about the Disney and Crayola collaborations. And as someone who grew up with all sorts of Crayola items and all sorts of Disney items, I love that there are so many fun ways that kids can express their creativity with a little bit of guidelines from, like a coloring page or like these little scrubbies. So you're not completely doing something original, but you have a lot of room to play around with the color and creativity and just having fun with these characters that you love, but putting your own spin on them. So yeah, there's some Bluey, and then some Disney princesses. I was always more into the like crayons and pencils, less the paint side of things. I still loved doing stuff with paint, but I felt like I was better at the the pencil and crayons.
I'm fond of these mess-free items. I used them for a while with my kiddo because it makes the colors stay on the paper. They don't end up all over the house. And so that was really nice particularly when he was very small. And not only because of cleanup for me, but frankly, he was a bit fastidious when it came to his own, like getting ink on his fingers or paint on his fingers. He really didn't like it, and he found it off-putting. So that's more of why I ended up kind of looking for these mess-free, because it allowed him to really have a lot of fun with the coloring without himself, getting all messy. And now they have all these coloring sheets that you can use within that particular brand. The other element here that's kind of cool that I wish they would have had when I was little is, because we used to color our toys like this with markers, but I love the notion that it's specifically designed so that you can like do that and then shove them in this little pool and give them a bath, give you like a little brush so you can rinse all the colors off that you've just done, and redo it the next time around. So a lot of fun to be had with your Bluey or Paw Patrol. So yeah, that's
I
cool.
always wanted one of the Doodle Bears. I had a mini Doodle Bear, like a pocket Doodle Bear, and that was fun, but it was not as cool as the actual Doodle Bear, which you could color on, and then you throw it in the washer, and then you could color on it again. But this is even better because the kids can do it themselves. And go right back to coloring. You don't have to wait for the wash cycle to be finished.
Totally. So these are called Scrubbies, and there's a variety of them. Here we see a Bluey set, and then they have kind of, I would call it like a deluxe version, and that's when it's going to come with this pool, or I think another one had like a bathtub. And so you could not just rinse it off in the sink, you can actually, rinse it off right there with your own little play set. So cute fun from Crayola. It's amazing the way that brand has really elaborated on what it is over the years, right? Gone beyond just that yellow yellow box that is kind of what was classic Crayola for me. So you were talking about earlier what kind of tools that you liked as far as art went. I was a color pencil person.
Okay,
and I was very specific about what brand of color pencil, but I was really
Prismacolor.
I was Prismacolor, of course. Yeah. But with Crayola, I was always about the 64 box.
Yes.
I had this color by number. It was Birds of North America.
Oh.
And so many of the colors were only available within the 64. Because you're dealing with varying shades of green and whatnot. So yeah, but when it came to coloring that book, I would use, it was funny, if I was on paper, I liked colored pencils, but if it was like a coloring book, then I like crayons, because the colored pencil would just like tear it up too much.
I agree. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Deep dive into our
artistic
in our youth. Speaking of my youth, well, no, I guess not. It kind of came around a little bit later than that. IKEA, Burbank. This was my IKEA way back when I lived in Southern California. But several of the IKEAs are having some Stitch fun during the holiday season. And Mike Celestino actually stopped by the one in Burbank.
Yes, he did. And he's got some pictures of the displays that they have up in the little like pop-up shop within IKEA. I did not realize how much Disney stuff they were planning to sell. So as I'm looking through Mike's photos, and you can see we've got a ton of them in here. I was just shocked at how much you can get right now at select IKEA locations and celebrate Disney.
Yeah, a great little pop-up idea. Also, they had a treasure hunt where it was Stitch was on the loose, and they had little footprints, and you went around the store trying to find him. And yeah, I wondered this too, Gio. If it's a kind of a test, we're seeing this more. I feel like this is something that we are seeing within retail. I know Kohl's and Sephora are often sharing retail space. So I'm wondering if this isn't something that we're getting kind of a little taste of, or if it's just a matter of it's the holidays and they know people want to do Christmas shopping, toy shopping. And so maybe this is, just a holiday season way of kind of enticing people into the store and then hopefully get them beyond the door.
Yeah.
At some of the IKEA that were participating in this pop-up, they also had some special events as well. So lots of Disney fun at IKEA. So if you have an IKEA near you, be sure to pop on over and check out and see what they might be offering in that Disney universe at the one near you. I love the you got the Dinoco jacket on this guest right here.
Right. Oh, I saw Mickey ears on somebody else. I was like, yeah, the Disney fans have no problem dressing up for an experience like this.
That is fantastic. By the way, do you think your paws are bigger or Stitch's?
I would hope my paws are bigger. I feel like Stitch should be smaller than me. I would be very surprised if his paws were bigger than mine.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I kind of wonder. And this is an example of where you might have found him. Here he was hiding way up on the sofa. So it's always fun to wander in IKEA. I think I miss that living here. I don't go over to IKEA, but I would just go for a stroll.
Yeah. Yeah. No, our nearest one is like 3 hours away. So it's like anytime, or 2.5 hours. So anytime we're going to be in Kansas City, we're like, okay, well, if we want to get anything at IKEA, we should plan to do that. But like you're saying, you stroll through there. I can see where having kids with you and you're trying to actually do some serious shopping, this is a great way to keep them entertained and not distracted, but engaged in the shopping experience.
Definitely. We're going to move on into some t-shirts, and these are celebrating ESPN Sports Center anchor Scott Van Pelt. So Homage has a number of designs featuring the SVP silhouette logo, along with some of the kind of phrases and segments of the show that have made him popular. So it's interesting to see the merchandise expansion happening within ESPN. We've mentioned to y'all before that they have been doing a lot of game day merchandise on the ESPN website. And with the college playoffs underway, wanted to make sure that you didn't forget to go check that out, especially if your alma mater made its way into this kind of end of season bracket. Look at it's so cool. So you've got you've got the mascot on the back along with that ESPN College Game Day logo, quite large. But on the front of these is your alma mater, your college logo, and then the ESPN CFP logo, college football playoff logo, and the year that it is overlapping. So these are over there on the ESPN website. Lots of other ESPN merch. If you have somebody in your life who is an ESPN fan, merch.espn.com is where you will find items for them. They have a lot of the early season stuff is on sale, like the Lee Corso, some of the Lee Corso stuff is as much as 50% off.
That's awesome.
On some of those items. So if you've been looking at it before and it was a little out of budget, pop by again and take a peek.
Okay. Real quick, back to the Scott Van Pelt. Like I haven't watched him on. I've watched very, very little ESPN. Are you a fan of his? Do you watch his show or what he anchors?
Okay, I don't catch him as much because he tends to be the late night.
Okay.
So I tend to be moving into other realms of entertainment when he comes on. But back when he was on the radio in the mid-afternoon, he was one of my favorites to listen to when he was teamed with Ryan Russillo. Really enjoyed that pairing. But I've never been, as much as I love ESPN, the Sports Center brand specifically has not ever been kind of my personal cup of tea.
Okay.
And that's like been his mainstay. but I do like him, and I enjoy his analysis whenever I do encounter him. But where he really shines for me, I find him a tremendously entertaining socials follow.
Okay. Okay.
Because he will get down with the trolls. With like
Nice.
today somebody had tweeted at him, because people will tag. It's one of the weirdest things about socials. People will say awful things about you and tag you. And it's like, you can just use my name. You don't need to actually like tag me to be sure I see how much you think I stink at my job.
Yeah.
And so they'll do this to Scott. They'll write this like long thing about just how awful he is or whatever, and they'll tag him, and he always responds. He often will respond with something. This particular one was just Merry Christmas. One day he just responded Merry Christmas, and I was thinking, poor guy, dude. He's just sitting at home, opens up his app to just scroll, see what's happening in the news, and he gets smacked in the face with all that negativity.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But he has been a mainstay at ESPN. He is like now very famously bald, as is his logo here. And back when ESPN The Weekends were happening at Disney Studios, you could sit down and record yourself doing SportsCenter.
Oh, cool.
And it had a little intro by Scott Van Pelt and by the late great Stuart Scott. So you would have a little bit from Scott Van Pelt and a little bit from Stuart Scott. And Scott Van Pelt had some hair. That's how long ago it was.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So there you have it. We're going to jump over to the world of the Muppets.
Yes, this is Muppets are not new to Roosevelt, but this is a brand new collection, and this one is kind of like Muppet Show. We've got some Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. This is a really fun and like nostalgic collection, I think. And it's like we've seen the Muppet Christmas Carol before, but this is simply just the Muppets being themselves. So I love that. Lots of color here because, of course, and it's Roosevelt, so you're going to see some really interesting design choices, like this one where it's all of their eyes.
Let's see if who we can identify. So Statler and Waldorf, Piggy, Pepe the Prawn, Rizzo.
I think, Rizzo, and then Kermit and Gonzo above him, Scooter, right?
Yeah, is this Walter from?
I think so.
Walter, and then this feels like the reporter, the one like who mans the desk, but I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I am not familiar with that person. I know next to that one or with that Muppet is going to be Floyd Pepper, right?
Yep.
And Swedish, Beaker. Yeah, Beaker and Bunsen.
Yep, Bunsen's down there. Fozzie, Rolf, Scooter, Camilla. Wow, the whole gang is here.
Dr. Teeth.
I like how they did a really great job of what they chose as far as eyes go, because it's like a nice, like you've got some eyeballs, but then some like not like actual eyeballs, and that's kind of cool. I'm a fan. It's very, especially like from. I mean, we were looking at it super up close, but yeah, it's a good thing. Okay, what are we looking at here?
So this is a Gonzo shirt. This one is the Great Gonzo. So we've got his helmet there and his cannon. Shame on me, I'm not quite familiar with the Pepper reference.
Okay, me either. So good. Okay, so I don't feel quite so left out because I'm like I don't just naturally think of Gonzo and Chili Peppers, but maybe I should. This is where we need Celestino to tell us why we have Chili Peppers, because he's our Muppet aficionado around here. There's a jacket that features the Muppet Variety acts looking back on them as if it was a vaudeville sandwich board sign. That's what I see here. I like this a lot. The culinary art of the Swedish chef.
Well, and then the front of that jacket, which is not, I don't have a photo until further down, but it says Muppet Theater cast and crew. So it really looks like a crew jacket, which is super fun. And this is a reversible bomber jacket. So you do get that Dr. Teeth. That back, the back that we're looking at there is from the crew neck sweatshirt, but there's a fun, similar design on the back of the jacket. So
now in the classic Muppet Theater beginning, opening for the Muppet Show. See, Skywalking Through Neverland was also like, yeah, they kind of look like his nose. I agree. That's what I was like at first when I looked at it. I thought, okay, but that seemed kind of strange. But oh, there you go. There's the front of the jacket.
Yeah.
So lots of items from Roosevelt. We will have the link to the article below so that you can take a peek at all of them. Let's see. Judging from some pics, Gio says, Gonzo, wear shirts with peppers.
So it's his shirt, but then there's elements of him on it for you. I love that.
There you go. So you can dress like Gonzo and also have Gonzo on your shirt. If you're a t-shirt fan, Roosevelt has t-shirts as well.
Yes. Yep, they have a crew neck t-shirt and then a vintage crew neck, and I think that just means the quality of the shirt is going to be a little bit different. Your vintage is going to be a little bit softer, and it's a little bit higher price point. I think it's like a $3 to $5 higher price point.
And these are Disney. This one right here is Disney Store, yeah? Or are these?
Those are still at.
These are all still Roosevelt's.
Roosevelt's, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then
look,
that's just highlighting some of their previous or some of the most recent releases as well. Cool. They did Avatar last week. Yeah. Oh,
that is okay. I like those colors.
Yeah.
Those are striking.
Yeah, and especially because it's a performance hoodie on the Navi one, or Navi. I don't even know how to properly say it.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it yet. That one's really pretty.
Yeah.
I could do that. That'd be cool. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go see this one in theaters or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw the first one years ago in theaters in 3D because some coworkers were going and was like, yeah, let's go. And then I really haven't spent much time in the world of Avatar since then. But I've heard good things about The Way of Water, and I've heard good things about Fire and Ash. So...
I haven't ventured into the theaters for any of them, and I feel like if I'm going to, I should probably give it a try with this one because I hear such good things about it, and it feels like I would have enjoyed the one I did see more if I would have seen it on a bigger screen. I feel like I missed out. There's some movies like that, right, where you feel like, oh, I missed out because I didn't see it on the Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is not a movie I would have wanted to have experienced for the first time on my phone.
Right. Definitely not.
No, it just wouldn't be the thing.
Yes.
So that's how I'm feeling about Avatar. Over at Disney World, we have the adorable Mickey silhouette glasses, some new frames and colors. Don't watch movies. I would never see any movies, Sarah. I see almost all my movies on my phone. Very, very rare.
Really?
Yeah.
I watch them more on the computer. I mean, computer, definitely over phone. Sometimes when I'm cooking, I'll use my phone, but most of the time I've already seen the movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, sometimes it'll be the TV, but a lot of the time it is on my phone. I like it on my phone, mostly because I am not the typical American movie consumer. Americans typically, the theater, cinema is a sanctuary, and you go there and you sit in the dark and you're silent, and that is how you enjoy a movie. And I find none of that enjoyable. So I would go see a movie on the big screen if it was like a supper club. And you could barely hear the movie would kind of almost be in and out in volume, but you're sitting there and you're eating and and it's like you can kind of, the lights are not totally dim. That's how I like it. So when AMC launched their Dine Theater thing at Downtown Disney, my movie consumption dramatically spiked outside the house on a big screen.
Okay.
So that was my thing, but I've never been a fan of the Alamo Drafthouse respect movies dynamic. I mean, and I appreciate that that's how people want them. Don't get me wrong. And I'm glad, and I'm sad for people who struggle to find that now, because I know that more and more there's all this intrusion into the theater going experience. But all of that is why I was never a fan of actually going to the movies. I would prefer to watch it at home. So
I will say Alamo sometimes does these like movie parties where you are encouraged to like chat with other people. I mean, you're really there to watch
cool.
the movie, but it's like, well, yeah, maybe is that what the Jaws experience was for?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
you're familiar. I think the Jaws experience was more pre-show. It was like they had a lot of fun and hype and whatever. But I think once the movie settled in, I think it was more normal. I think like you have fan moments.
Okay.
Because everybody knows what's coming, but like overall, it's just it was pretty chill.
Well, so. Alamo will do some brunches. They'll do the movie parties, and then they even have some like family, like all ages, where the lights remain on at lights are at a higher level instead of like a completely dark theater. And like they're not going to tell you have to be quiet. I mean, you kind of take a risk on what the other guests are going to be doing, but like, yeah, that's a neat thing that they offer that.
I've heard good things about the D23 fan screening for Home Alone. So I know we have a write-up here on Laughing Place about that experience. But yeah, I've heard good things about it. But back to our Mickey glasses before we got all distracted talking about our cinema habits. We have these rose gold ones.
Rose gold, and then there's also a silver reflective lenses with dark metal frames. So two new colorways that have debuted at Disney Springs, joining the previous two designs. That one has that gold frame, and then there was just a solid black. These are quite popular. I think I've seen Luke has them, and then Riley, who put together. Jeremiah took the photos for this, and then Riley put together the article. And on her profile, she's wearing the glasses. So she's a big fan of this as well. These are $24.99.
I'm pretty sure I spotted them on a friend of ours, Nicole. I'm pretty sure I spotted them from her recent Walt Disney World vacation photos as well. So, and I'm pretty sure, and I know Alex purchased. No, I think Alex purchased Duffy style ones when we were in Hong Kong. When we were at Tokyo. When we were at Tokyo. So wait, Gio wants them in prescription so he can wear them. Really?
There you go. I mean, that's the next step.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna need. Where are we going next, Becca?
Yeah, that's a great question. We were talking about Disney video games. So we've got another kind of a roundup here. Just some of the Disney themed games that are available for purchase. I was thinking with Christmas being in just 2 days, and we're coming up on the end of the year here. Even if you have some shopping left to do, these are easy. You can do digital downloads for people or get them gift cards so that you can have, or even in some cases, I think maybe even pick up in store. So you still can get a very nice gift for somebody with, even though we're coming up really close here on that holiday deadline. But yeah, these are some of the items or some of the games that are available across different platforms like Xbox, Steam, and then Nintendo Switch and PS5. With a variety of ratings. I think everything we have here is teen and or under. So nothing too I don't know, nothing too mature here.
But Meta goggles or glasses or whatever they call them.
MetaQuest.
Yes. That is MetaQuest. That's it. MetaQuest. This is on my save up for next year.
Yeah.
Purchase dynamic. I'm at the point where I would really like to get a MetaQuest headset to give it a try. And my kid really enjoys designing in the digital world.
Oh, nice.
And so I would like to get something to where he can kind of get a feel for what it is to be in how it is to interact with the world in that virtual dynamic. I think that'll be helpful. Let's see. Gio says, you're reminding me. I have a backlog of games I need to play. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Nope. I hear ya. We do too.
Yeah.
Yes, or even just revisiting some classics, you know, that we've already played that aren't exactly, yeah, they're not new, but
I wish I was good at gaming. It looks so fun.
I'm not good at gaming, but I enjoy it. And that's why I like I'm not good with the multiplayer games. I like the story games, the open world games,
Mm-hmm.
where you get to kind of, you know, you play as one character and you get to explore all sorts of things and kind of follow a storyline. That's perfect for me.
I like Twitch because I watch other people who are good at gaming play the storylines that I'm interested in, or I wait for the videos on YouTube of the cut.
Right.
So I know what's going on. Oh, Disney Infinity, how we miss you. Yeah,
Yes, indeed. Goodness.
Play Sandbox fun. Yeah, I wish a lot of those were still around. The one before it that was more simplistic, BMK, where you could like, you know, interact with a Disney style theme park. The game I really miss, and it is so simple and silly, but it was called Cosmic Consensus, I think, and it was a pyramid. I know we've talked about this before.
Ooh.
It was a pyramid.
Okay.
And all the people started off at the bottom, and when it asked you a question, you would get to climb a certain number of points, and you're trying to get to the top step.
Oh,
and
nice.
Sometimes they added like a step would have gooiness, so you'd miss the next question you couldn't answer, or maybe you'd get knocked down. If you landed on that one, you'd get knocked down 3. So, you know, it was like there was a little bit of luck, a little bit of strategy, but the way that you ultimately moved was it would pose a question to the room, and you were trying to answer in the same way as the majority. So
okay. Yeah,
it was things like that. It wasn't like straight up trivia. Sometimes it would be, but most of the time, if I remember, I think it was almost 100% like the consensus.
okay.
So, yeah, like what's the best flavor of ice cream, you know, and then it would give like 4 choices, and then if you answered the one that
Everybody else did,
you could, and so like maybe those people would get 4 stares, and the next answer might get 2 stares. And so sometimes you didn't want to get the answer that everybody else had, because then you'd end up on the sticky step.
Right.
It was so simple and stupid, but yet we would play together. Like Doobie, Benji, and I would play together in the room, and we would fight over whether or not we answered stupidly or not. And it was more fun. That one, and then there was this other one called Braised Frenzy, and it was kind of like Wheel of Fortune, and you had like, you were in a room with your friends, and 3 of us, and you had all these like boards like Wheel of Fortune off on the right side, and you had a category, and letters would pop up, and as you knew which phrase it was, you would quickly try and answer it. Nice. And it's led to moments between us, you know, because there was one where it was Elvis songs, and I was dominating. I was doing so well. And then there was one left, and it said love blank tender, and the M was there, but the letter next to it was blank, and we were all typing in "Love Me Tender," that, you know, this the Elvis song, "Love Me Tender." And we just kept typing it over and over. You could hear it, and it wouldn't go. Finally, time ran out, and the puzzle filled in "Love My." So apparently there was a typo in the game. So,
no.
So to this day, anytime it plays, Juby, Benji, and I are like, "Oh, it's that famous song, Love My Tender."
Love My Tender, yes.
So there you go. There's other ones like that, but that was such a fun game because you could see it pop up, and since we were in the room together, you could hear the other person start to type, and you're like, no, my God. And you could, hear them typing, and you're like, no. Yeah, exactly, right, Gio? It must have been a contest that Doobie wrote. He's famous for
yeah.
Exactly. But oh man, we used to have so much fun on gaming nights. Moving into the world of Star Wars and collectible figures, quite the assortment.
Yeah, these are items that are going to be available. These were revealed during the recent Hasbro fan stream, so these will be available for pre-order in early 2026. We've got some vintage collection, so that smaller 3 3/4 inch figure, which still incredible amount of detail. Some of them have some of those soft clothing items. It's a hard body, but then, or I suppose that vest probably isn't that soft, but it's going to be flexible. And yeah, just crazy the amount of detail and the articulation, just for posability and collectability.
The Imperial Stormtrooper Commander from Empire Strikes Back is going to be on an individual card. Some of these are figures that we've seen in like larger sets.
Yes.
But now the figure is being made available single and on the backing card. The fan favorite General Veers from Empire Strikes Back also. So, we've got some Attack of the Clones figures coming next. These are all spring 2026. An astromech droid as well. How come that floor had a rail? I know, right? Yeah. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about it, but you're totally right. Why was there a rail? There are no rails. You just fall. We have Mando as he appeared on Pagadon.
Pagadon, yeah. That's going to be, as you can see there, we got the Target logo. That's a Target exclusive. These are going to be those little bit taller action figures, that 6-inch scale, part of the Black series. They're usually a little bit more expensive. These also feature more articulation and oftentimes more accessories.
And they're even diving into the comic book world, pulling in Cav and Misty from the Scar Squadron. So these are from the Marvel comic book universe. Jumping back to some, it's a 2-pack Black series. We've got Jedi Master Plo Koon and Clone Commander Wolf. So, and in their Clone Wars looks.
Yeah.
So there we go. Some exciting items coming in early 2026, spring 2026. And if you want to take a look at those in detail, check out Mike Celestino's recap. I'm giving Mike credit. I'm assuming it's Mike.
Yes. This is a Mike Celestino article.
This is Mike. Let's see. Before we get to your shopping list, Becca, I actually have a late moment edition.
All right.
If I can remember how to do it properly. So let's see. I have to stop that one, share this one, share this one. Okay, I'm almost there. There we go. So let me move over here.
I see something on my end over here, so I think.
Yes, I found it. So our friend Donna, who's usually in the chat, actually sent us some photos because she's over at Olani.
Aww.
And I thought it would be fun to take a peek at some of the holiday merchandise that they have available over there. Look at this Spirit jersey.
Aww, that's really cute.
Oh, that's the back of it, and then the front has the resort logo. So I love the bright color.
It is very pretty.
The Hawaiian flowers. They have the adorable Friends of Duffy making, I'll say, sand angels, because you've got the sand dollars and the shells and whatnot, but they're dressed like it's, wintertime. So they have on adorable Santa style hats, but making sand angels there. They also have specific mouse ears. These feel kind of like a little mix of holiday greenery along with the tropical greenery, and you have classic Disney characters in their holiday best in the background, coupled with like Hawaiian items. So, right? I know. Yeah. Nope. Stitch. Nope, it was classic Disney characters. For a while, they weren't including Stitch within like Olani specifically because he's from a different island, but that changed with the recent film. But it looks like they're still kind of leaning in um, to Mickey and Friends for this holiday season. But yeah, they didn't have as much Stitch as you might have anticipated since he was the animated was a different island than Olani is on. But like I say, that storyline changed with the live action. They actually located him on the island, the same island. So. Aww. Yeah. So there you go. Thank you, Donna, for sending us pictures of the beautiful Olani Resort merchandise. And I also have a lot of them to share with the team of just how pretty Olani looks all the time. And we will be showcasing that in an article on the site. So you can be awaiting that. Okay. And now I get to go back to my other screen and see if I can get there and share. Aha, your shopping list.
Yes, we've got a shopping list. It is another Pintastic Tuesday. So Tuesday pin drop over at Disney Store. Everything that they had today was part of the waiting room. So lots of limited edition items. I'm not quite sure what is all still available. There were a few items when I last looked, but perfect way to wrap up the year with Disney pins. We've also got our overall article highlighting what's new at Disney Store. Doesn't seem like a lot of new releases this week, but there are going to be some sales. There are some new beach towels as we're preparing for springtime, summertime, and Disney vacations. And then we've also got a look at what's coming soon to Disney Store. We've got an article on Laughing Place with some of the end of the year collections that will be arriving, including some Valentine's Day stuff. And then if you're heading to downtown Disney in California, there's a new Lulu store that has just opened with some, it's quite beautiful in there, quite light and open. So fun way to get your athleisure wear while you're enjoying being in downtown Disney. Alex reviewed The Art of Zootopia 2. I guess I should have italicized the whole thing there, but what can you do? So there's a book that's perfect for collectors and fans of Disney animation. And then Disney Plus, you can view some of your favorite shows and movies through the MetaQuest headset. That's a newer feature. And then there's some Toy Story plush over at Disney Store. We also have a look at the Disney Sea 25th anniversary celebration. Lots of blue. There's going to be some limited edition items. I'm guessing we're going to have people from Laughing Place over at Disney Sea at some point, but within this celebration. So we might actually have in-person photography, but for right now, it's just what Disney is teasing. And then Jeremiah went to Kennedy Space Center, so not specifically Disney, but part of the greater Central Florida experiences that we like to cover. And there's a new pop-up shop at Kennedy Space Center where you can, it's all automated technology. You can just basically walk out of the store without having to stop at a cash register, and you're still gonna pay for your items, but just some new features there.
It's like the Amazon. It's like those Amazon ones that were at were in the airports. So he was out there for a new Fraggle Rock show. You can check out footage of that here on the YouTube channel. Let's see, Gio coming in and sharing. Have fun tonight on DTL. Yes, Disney Trivia Live this evening. So we will definitely be having some Disney trivia fun around these parts. Tomorrow, Laughing Place update in the morning. If you haven't hit the bell, be sure to do so you get notified whenever we're live. We go live frequently, almost daily around here. So let's see, Becca, we have one more left before the end of the year.
I know. And I bought the Empire Strikes Back Leia doll because it was finally
Oh, you did?
on sale. So I should have her for the next show. And yes, I'm going to be one of those awful people who takes her out of the box, but it's Empire Strikes Back Leia on Hoth and R2D2. So I'm very, very excited. This is my first Disney store or Disney limited edition doll. So I will be happy to show that off. I don't have her yet, but she's on her way. So.
Oh, very cool. Maybe I'll show off what my Hanukkah gift was this year. So we can do like what holiday gifts and items did we receive and buy for ourselves.
Buy for ourselves. Yep.
Over the recent weeks. Hope all of you have a very, very lovely Christmas. Hope you're having a chance to spend it with family and friends, and just take a moment and kind of just take a break. Enjoy the company of those you love as we start to wind down the year and get ready to welcome 2026. With that, I'll say see you next time. Bye, Sarah.